All right, guys, welcome back. If you want to make really, really, I mean, what the heck gains, then low cap dirty gems is where it's at. And even though the narrative has been all about Bitcoin, and as we know, the capital flows from Bitcoin to major caps, to mid, too small, too dirty, it's not quite time yet, but I do think that in the next, several weeks, these picks I'm about to show you today, some of them could likely 10 to 100x. And at the end, guys, I'm going to show you one that I am pretty positive that nobody is talking about. And I'll show you very good reason why it should be on your radar. All right, guys, if that sounds good to you, do me a favor, destroy that like button. If you're new to the channel, what up? My name is Chasse. Subscribe. I've been in the space for 12 years. My objective here is to help you make as much money as humanly possible during this upcoming super cycle. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a super cycle if you ask me. That is my opinion. And let's get into it. So we'll start with Bitcoin. And I was busy when this happened, but my phone was blowing up. People were asking me if Capo was right, and we're going back to, 20K or whatever. And I didn't even worry about it, because if you guys were watching this channel, you also wouldn't worry about it. Like, as long as what continues to happen, what has happening continues to happen, then we're going to be fine. Right. And the idea here is, guys, just don't play with too much leverage, because I did see some people in the group getting liquidated. And I did see some comments, guys. Also, someone wrote me an email or something asking how to get into my VIP group. It's easy. The instructions are literally in the description of every single show, and it's free to get in. All you do is join Bybit and brought to some other exchange partners as well. And that's it, right? And then you come with your affiliate, that's it. And you guys also get a bonus. And this is where I am trading and my leverage trades. And my leverage trades are casino plays, guys. They are not there. It is money that I'm willing to lose. It's fun. It's fun to bet. It gives you some action. You can see that when this cascade came down all the way down to basically tested all-time highs and jumps back up, even my Ethereum trade went into the red. My SOL was down into like $10,000 negative. But again, I wasn't really worried. For me, I set my basically my limits to a place where my liquidation prices are so low that I don't think we're going to get back there anytime soon. Okay. With that being said, on Monday was the first day of the week, and a huge day of volume for the ETFs, almost $7 billion volume. It is the new normal. And again, this is why I just can't be bearish at all, or like even think about shorting the market or selling Bitcoin or anything, because even though there was a pretty massive day from Grayscale of outflows, $494 million, like, this is eventually going to stop, guys. This bleed from Grayscale will eventually stop. And when it does, ooh, baby, it is rocket ship upward. So you see we had, BlackRock again with 562 million, Fidelity 215, et cetera, et cetera. So net inflows, another $500 million in yesterday. And just a little fun fact for you guys. In December 2020, Bitcoin surpassed its previous all-time highs of 20,000. It was only 24 days after that for it to double. So in my opinion right now, it's too risky to be sitting on the sidelines, right? Like waiting for another dip or something like that. For me personally, I'm all in. I'm pretty well positioned where I want to be, and I'm ready for that rocket ship, baby. So let's listen to this guy for his name.
What kind of institutional acceptance or
Bitwise.
resistance are you seeing? So, for example, how many of the wirehouses are allowing trading in your spot Bitcoin ETFs right now?
They're mostly allowing it on an unsolicited basis, which means that if a customer asks, they can facilitate that trade. But we think in the next weeks or months, and it could be as soon as weeks, you'll start to see these major wirehouses allow solicited investing into these Bitcoin ETFs. That means that the advisors can suggest to their clients that it might be helpful for their overall portfolio to add a small amount of Bitcoin exposure. And historically, that's when you see sort of massive flows from those platforms, and that's what I expect.
So if you're at Merrill or Morgan Stanley and you ask, you might be able to be like,
so there you go. We've talked to them about the wirehouses and what a big deal that is in the past couple of shows. So there you have the timeline, looking at like a couple of weeks to maybe a couple of months before even bigger flows start to come in. So yeah, so a lot to look forward to. And Ki Young Ju says, bears just can't win until spot Bitcoin ETFs inflows stop, which I think will probably not be ever. As for my video yesterday, you guys know that I believe that Bitcoin is on the rocket ship path to a world reserve currency. And the more endorsement it gets publicly, the more the price goes up, the more FOMO that people get, the more that nation state economists do the numbers and figure out, man, we can't keep up this Ponzi game of cash. Our fiat system's broken. Like, we need a solid, sound asset in a reserve. Bitcoin is the only one. And to give you a little context here, it says, last week, spot ETFs saw net flows of 30,000 Bitcoin. Known entities like exchanges and miners hold around 3 million Bitcoin, including 1.5 million Bitcoin by US entities. At this rate, we'll see sell-side liquidity crisis within 6 months, meaning that within 6 months at this rate of, if we continue at the same rate, there will not be any Bitcoin left to buy, right? Or someone, if anyone wants to sell it, they're going to sell it for way more than it's trading for right now, And so right now, the total market cap of the industry is 2.8 trillion. At the peak of the last run was 3 trillion. So we are just getting started. We're just about to break through that total market cap. And as you can see, the illustrated over here, once it breaks this line, again, price discovery for the whole entire market. And again, we're still Bitcoin heavily focused, right? So you see Bitcoin dominance over here, still pretty strong here, about 54%. When it breaks through this line down here, under 52%, that's when we're going to start to see alt season kick in. When does that happen? I'm not quite sure. Bitcoin has been very, very strong narrative, but likely when this happens over here. So when the ETH and Bitcoin chart, when ETH breaks this resistance against Bitcoin, that's likely when we start to see BTC dominance dropping and alt season and alts really flying at that time. So now we're going to get into some of the altcoins that we're looking at. I want to preface this with encouraging you guys to do your own research, right? So someone, I've been in the space for 12 years. I'm a VC. I've got a lot of friends in the space. Sometimes I get tips, right? And this happened to be one of them, Type AI. It's basically like a chat bot that allows you to do kind of anything in crypto, like type to swap, type to snipe, like banana gun, type to bridge, future features. So you just basically it's kind of complicated for a lot of people to do stuff, right? Like I want to move, 500 of my stable coin from Polygon to Arbitrum. And then you just type, and then this bot will help you do that. If they pull this off, that will be very, very big for UX in the crypto space. It'll help people navigate, very, very easily on how to do all the complicated things. Now, I must say, when I opened this up, I was a bit skeptical. Even now, the guy who sent it to me said the team was doxed. This team doesn't look very doxed to me, but I did go to, just for fun, this guy's X account, which is one of the team members over here, Matt Brace. And I see that the first post I can find that has Type AI in it is from January 14th. So it might have been from before then, but that at least says January, February, March. So at least for 2 months, they haven't rugged. I don't think that there is, and you know, like he only has 176 followers, but apparently he is the first one to call out bald as a rug pull. But the thing is that it's been out, you know, for at least 2 months, and it's still there with no rug pull yet. And another thing too is I was told, I am not sure of this, I was told that this particular wallet address right here is Alex Becker's. And I looked at the wallet. There's not a whole lot of coins in there except for this one and some here, Mavia, really. But you can see just yesterday, if this is his wallet, whoever it is, did buy a fair amount of this type AI token. And so one of the other things I saw too, if you go on this guy Matt Brace's X account and you start looking at like some of the things that he's sharing, you know, like ecosystem of services, type AI does deployment, swaps, bridge, audit, on-ramp, off-ramp, borrowing, lending, market analysis, can be added to groups for chats and much more. Like if they pull this off, it could be absolutely massive. And right now, I don't believe there's a product yet. So it's still very early, very risky. It's currently at a $17.3 million market cap. Not bad at all. I did buy some of this today, and do your own research. You know, something that it kind of could be compared to, although not exactly, would be Delysium, which has a 380 million market cap and a 1.76 billion fully diluted valuation. So if they get type AI rocking and rolling, and then it could be quite big, right? And it's sitting at, like I said, $17 million right now. So, you know, you're looking at like 20, 30x just to get to Delysium, and then in a bull run, you know, only Lord knows how high that could go. So Jensen, guys, again, I just want to bring this up because some of you guys in the comments were asking about it, and it's still early. We have this NVIDIA conference coming up, and I actually got on a call with one of the guys who's behind this project, and they're deeply integrated. I mean, deeply. I'm not going to say who it is, and I also didn't get the clearest idea of what the plans are moving forward, but it assured me that passionately and aggressively working on it, and there might be some exchange listings coming up. And, you know, I do trust my source, especially the guy who told me about it. He's not the kind of guy that is shilling me a coin every day. In fact, I think this is the first one he has. And so a pullback, nice opportunity to potentially get in if you're interested, if you wish. When it shot up here like $100 million market cap, and you're like, man, I wish I would have listened to Kyle the first time. Well, it's about 2x, a little over 2x from when we first called it. So it's still now, because of this correction, quite early. Again, do your own research, figure out what you think. Now, this is the gem that I'm pretty sure that nobody is talking about. Nobody. And it's not quite a meme coin. It's more kind of like along the lines of what Jensen is, right? It's like almost like a community awareness and lifestyle kind of meme coin. So closed AI, the future is open and decentralized, and you know, it's kind of has this AI for profit, AI is closed. And this is like basically, as it says, closed AI is a movement to keep AI open. It's a parody against OpenAI and other tech giants who are harming society through centralizing the most important technological advancement of our time. These centralized forces are rewriting history and obscuring truth. If you believe AI should remain open source, join in. And it's purely for fun, no real value, et cetera, et cetera. And if you go to their X account, there's all kinds of like memes, and especially reposting Elon Musk stuff, right? OpenAI, lie. And so just seeing this stuff alone wouldn't really make me very bullish. However, I'm using this, my intelligent AI tool over here, to look at smart followers. And this popped up on my radar. And if you look who's following them on X, You got OX Fubar, which you know that we often cover on the show. Andrew Kang, who we also often cover on the show, from Mechanism Capital, big tier 1 VC firm, very, very smart guy. Santiago, who we also cover on the show quite a bit, very, very smart. Pentoshi, huge crypto Twitter KOL, very, very in tune. You got this co-founder, Tommy, co-founder of Delphi Digital, which is like the research firm that every major VC uses. Gabriel Hines, I'm not sure who that is. Let's see, there's Brian Nigin. What does it say? Founder of Soundbints. I don't know. Lil Moon Lambo, huge CT account. I don't know, like it must have, I don't know how many followers does it have, 900,000 or something. I don't know, a lot. You've got Sandra from Nansen, HDF from Layer Zero Labs. You got Mark Weinstein, partner at Mechanism Capital. You've got Erica Lee, who's a contributor at A16Z. Camila, who's one of the founders of Serotonin, which is like the most well-respected and high-end marketing agency that all of the best projects use for their PR and marketing, following as well. You've got the number one trader chiefing, the number one trader on Bybit. Let's see, you've got someone for the founder of Dapper Labs. You've got founder of Athena Labs. This is nuts. Like Ape at Dow Jones. There was some, I think, let's see. Anthony Yoon from Rock Capital, big, like I think it's a $1 billion fund or something like that. Liquid Crypto. So Raul from Brevin Howard, which is one of the most well-respected crypto and traditional firms in the world. Look, you even have the founder of this AI I'm using right now, founder of Kaito, which is what I'm using. YH, which was previously at Delphi Digital. Bob building Miladies. Let's see if there's any more. Chief analyst, so analyst at Sharding Capital, which is a pretty big VC firm. My homie over here from Infinity Gains. Ex Coinbase, Omar, dev, blockchain security. This guy from CoinGecko. Research analyst from Impossible Finance. This guy's building Impossible Finance. Like, this is a good roster of people following a project that otherwise would have just, like, if I had just seen this on my own, but like, oh yeah, that's interesting, like kind of meme parody of OpenAI. And then I saw that and I said, okay, like that is an impressive list. And we had a nice pullback, you know, it shot up all the way up to here to, you know, almost 7 cents. And now with this pullback, it's about 3.5 cents. So 50% pullback from where it was. And this thing only launched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days ago. So I loaded up on this. It's just a hunch right now. Obviously, but at a $33 million market cap, that means it was sitting at, it was sitting at a $68 million market cap before, within 1 to 3 days of launch. This is maybe some people taking profit from here to here, but something tells me that there's something behind this. And so of the projects I've mentioned, I actually went the heaviest in this. This is just one of those times that you have a hunch and really nothing else to go other than what I shared with you guys. So AIOZ had a nice little pullback. I think AIOZ is going to be absolutely massive, as I told you guys many times. Eventually, I'll go into a deeper dive on AIOZ, but for layer 1 blockchain on Cosmos with EVM that's super fast, cheap, and AI, and does actual real AI, real storage, does so many things that other blockchains don't do: streaming, storage, AI compute, node services, like all this kind of stuff. This thing should be trading on Coinbase. It should be, in my opinion, easily right now should be sitting at 10x. But it's only like 750 million. So I think in this coming bull run over the next 6 months, this thing could 30, 40x from here easily, 50, 60x, right? So I've loaded up my bags heavily in AIOZ, not just now. I mean, I keep adding more as I hear more, but yeah, I just keep bringing it to you guys because, and there's no more VC unlocks, right? Fully diluted. The circulating supply is circulating already. I want to give a shout out to our partners at Nibiru for an amazing launching at a $1.16 billion valuation. Our fund, MV Capital, invested into Nibiru, but importantly for you guys, All Street, baby, All Street. So this is, Nibiru was one of the projects in the free fund. And at where it's at right now has the free fund up $900,000 so far on paper value. So that 2.4 now has a value of 3.3 million dollars now on the first launch. Congratulations, everyone on All Street and Commonwealth. Guys, if you haven't done this, I know by the time this video goes live, you're going to have maybe a few hours left. I mean, I'm shooting this right now. And by the time it goes live, it'll probably be 3 hours from now. So you might have 8-9 hours left to do this. If you guys haven't signed up, there isn't a link in the description below. And you can use that to sign up. And I think if you haven't done it yet, I think there's like 46 tasks that you can do easily in like a couple hours, an hour or two. And that will at least qualify you guys for the free wealth token airdrop. So as Commonwealth is absolutely exploding, 105.8 thousand followers. I mean, I remember this was just like way, way less before, for damn good reason. This is one of the best projects in the space by far. And with that being said, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.